everybody, it's your girl Cordnie, Ellese, and welcome to my channel on mommyhood and entrepreneurship. And today we are going to be talking about customer service, and I think I'm going to make this a series, but I haven't quite decided yet. But we're going to be talking about customer service and the times when people don't like you and or you don't like those people. And you guys, this will not be a very long video, but a lot of times people don't think about the fact that when you become, you know, not just a mompreneur, but any kind of entrepreneur, when you become an entrepreneur, or even if you're an intrapreneur and you work for someone else's company, there are going to be personalities that you just don't mesh with, or that they just don't mesh with you. And you may never really know why. Sometimes you might know why, and you might even have valid reasons as to why you don't like these people, but guess what? They are still the clients. So I'm going to give you just a couple of tips and a couple of examples of things that you can do to combat that. So the very first thing that you can do is put on a smile and make sure that they are satisfied as much as possible. There will always be some of those people, you know, those people who are just never satisfied, no matter what you do, no matter how many times you fix it, but no matter what, they won't be satisfied. However, you just keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. You don't catch an attitude. You literally just try your hardest to make sure that they're satisfied. Go above and beyond. Sometimes even past the description of what the services were initially supposed to be. If your customer service isn't better than Publix, then you really need to reevaluate your customer service. But anyway, the very next thing that you can do is you can have everything in writing. So a lot of times when you don't like people and they don't like you, if you have proof of the conversation in writing, it helps for a few reasons. One, it allows whatever higher source, whether it be court later on in the future, whether it be, you know, people in the public, whether it's a boss if you're an entrepreneur working for someone else, whether it's even just with that customer so that y'all can go back and see how things were really exchanged. Always have written information. And if you know that you're about to go into a phone conversation with this person and you live in a one-party consent state, then you can actually record those phone conversations so that later on you'll have a point of reference as to how things were taken and said within those conversations. So you always want to make sure you cover your A word so that whenever you have these types of clients that you can go in and solve the issues immediately. The third thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that whatever the service or product is, that you're actually making sure that you're fulfilling your part of that particular service or product. Because if you don't like people and they already don't like you, but for some reason they're still hiring you, it's not like you can just say, oh, well, you need to go find somebody else, which you could, but if they're still hiring you, then you need to make sure that it's very clear cut what you're supposed to be giving them, and then you're going to do step 4. You're going to go above and beyond whatever that is. So if you say that you're going to deliver this within this amount of months, then you need to try to deliver it sooner if at all possible. I understand if your workload gets very full. Mine has been full recently with photography. But you have to make sure that at very minimum, you're meeting the expectation and then trying your hardest to exceed that expectation. And then the 5th thing is you need to suck it up and make sure that you are doing everything in your power to keep a good reputation for yourself. So you do not want to use mean words with these people. You don't want to huff and puff. You don't want to be snarty or I just made that word up, but you guys know what I mean by that. You don't want to be snappy at them. You don't want there to be any possible issue that people can go back and tell someone else that you did. So make sure that your reputation is on par. Make sure that you're meeting your deadlines. Make sure your attitude is adjusted and correct even though you don't like them. Make sure that they think you like them, okay? And so those are my tips on what you can do to combat the customers that you don't like or that don't like you, all right? Your business is your business, even if it's not your personal business. And as an entrepreneur or even an intrapreneur, it is your job to protect that business. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about these tips. I will probably do this in a series, so if you have any other tips, please let us know in the comments below. We could definitely use them because at this particular time, especially with coronavirus, customer service is all over the place. So I really hope that this has helped you guys out some. Make sure you share on Facebook and Instagram with your friends, and comment, subscribe, like, and I really, really appreciate you guys for coming back and supporting my channel. Thank you. Ciao.